Anthony Hartwig here with another edition of the YSN Legends of the Past. Today's legend is Marissa Bartholomew Davies of the 2001 Boardman Softball team that won a state championship. Marissa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So it's 2020 now. It's almost 20 years since you guys won a state championship. What's it been like kind of reflecting on that memory?
Oh, it's just amazing. Just thinking back, still feels like yesterday. Still get the chills and everything. Just thinking back of that day. So awesome.
Aside from the obvious winning a state title, what are some memories that kind of stick with you through the years of that team and that season?
Oh, just a ton of great memories. Obviously, I mean, state championship just capped it all. But I mean, we were just a very close-knit, tight group that had been playing together since we were growing up. So just to make memories with all those girls was awesome, and just to just to have all of that together was amazing. So
you guys were the state runners-up the year before. So what was the kind of mentality like trying to get back and take care of business this time around?
Oh, that was our ultimate goal, was to get back there and to win it. I mean, we just had that bad taste in our mouth from the year before, losing it, and so our ultimate goal was to make it back there, and it was hard. I mean, not many people realize how difficult it is to get back to that state championship game. It was a hard road back, but we did it, and we ended up, achieving our goal that we set out from the beginning. So it was awesome.
Yeah, we all know about the state championship, but describe that road back to it and kind of the bumps and bruises through it. You were 30-3, but you didn't lose a game inside of Ohio. What was that tournament run like going back to the state title?
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, we had a lot of close games, but again, we came out in the end. Some of those extra inning games too. I mean, I think throughout the whole season, we ended up winning every extra inning game due to like all the conditioning and everything that we did. But yeah, the road was difficult and hard. Throughout the season, we had a lot of stuff thrown at us. We lost our catcher like halfway through the season, so we brought another catcher up from JV, and she just did amazing. So just a lot of different stuff thrown at us throughout the season. But
you pitched in that state championship game. You only gave up one run. What was it like kind of throwing? You take us through the progressions of that game and what you felt pitching.
Oh, I mean, amazing. I mean, just the atmosphere itself was awesome. I mean, there was just so many people there. It was crazy. It was in Ashland at that time. So it was a pretty big field with a lot of room, stands and everything. Just a ton of people there. I was pretty calm, cool, and collected on the mound every time I pitched. That was kind of one of my things that people remembered about me. It's just my whole demeanor was real calm, but I was nervous inside for sure. But yeah, it was just awesome being out there and pitching on the mound and having my team back there supporting me. So
you went on to have a very successful career at Mercyhurst. Well, where does that state championship kind of rank in your memory bank of softball memories?
It ranks way up there, probably up at the top, just because it was just a pivotal moment in my career. It was amazing. It was something that I worked hard for, and everybody else, all my teammates did too. So it was just amazing, and that probably ranks number one, I'm sure. So
how well did going through that program kind of prepare you for playing at the next level?
Boardman Softball prepared me very well. I felt like I was really prepared going to college. College is hard to juggle when you're playing a sport. It's like a full-time job. So, I mean, you have to manage, conditioning and practices and your classes and homework and games and all of that. And I felt like coming out of the program at Boardman really helped prepare me for that, because we had been doing that all along. And we just had everything set up into place. And, me growing up with my parents and them supporting me and having all that put into place as well just helped me in the long run. So
talk about the coaching staff you had at Boardman and kind of how they laid the groundwork for everything that you were able to accomplish after you left.
Yeah, so our head coach was Bill Amaro, and he was amazing. He's still invested in the game now, and he was back then as well. And he really put some things into place for our team that really helped us become, that dominant team in Ohio and in the country. I mean, we had spinning sessions that we did like a couple times a week. We had personal trainers working with us, that was just in addition to, our team practices that we did, and everybody was doing lessons, private lessons on their own and everything. So that groundwork was laid right from the beginning. So.
And now that it's 20 years later, what kind of things are you doing to kind of keep yourself in the game of softball and keep giving back to the game?
Yeah, so now I have 3 daughters, and they're all playing. My oldest is 9, and then I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old that are also playing. This is the first year my oldest is playing travel ball, so I've been involved in coaching all of them, and I'm helping coach that travel ball team too. So it's been really fun giving back to the game and helping coach them and their teammates and everybody. It's just been fun kind of reliving my own memories, through them now. So it's awesome.
I talked to the current Boardman softball coach, Fred Boots, the other day, and he told me how invested you still are in the program. How much importance do you put on seeing that Boardman softball program kind of succeed now?
Oh, I really hope they get back to, the reputation that we had, because I feel like kind of the program fell off for a while, and I really want them to get back to that reputation that we had, because everywhere we went, everybody was like, oh, there's Boardman softball, here they come, and I want it to get back to that level, because it was just amazing. I want other girls to feel the same way that we did back then. So
when you look at the current team and the roster that it has, what kind of similarities do you see between them and you guys?
I do feel like there's some similarities. I think they do have like a tight-knit group, like I said, that we had, which is good. I think some of them have been playing together for a number of years, like as growing up in Boardman community baseball. I feel like there's a tight-knit group there. I think they have a pitcher who's coming up, and she's starting to become dominant as well. So that's really going, an advantage for them too. So I hope that they do really well.
Sports creates lasting relationships with your teammates. Who are some teammates from your team that kind of, you still have that really strong relationship with?
Our whole team is pretty tight. So I think a couple of years ago when I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, a bunch of them came back to support me and came to that awards dinner and everything. And that was just amazing to see my teammates there. Because, I think like you said, like those relationships last a lifetime, and they've always been there, and I've always been there to support them. And it's just fun to see, what people are doing now with their lives, and everybody's having kids and stuff. So it's just fun that everybody's still there for each other.
And like you said, a 2016 Hall of Fame inductee you are. What was it like kind of being inducted into the Hall of Fame at Boardman?
Oh, it was amazing. It was such, an honor and a humbling experience for me to be there. There was a lot of past inductees there, so I got to meet a lot of people already inducted, and that was awesome. And then just to be inducted in there with my class of 2016 was awesome. I got to go up there and speak and just kind of relive all those good memories of, my career. And it was just awesome to be able to talk to a lot of people that were there, that were supporting me and the program and everything.
And now we're going through these uncertain times where it's very possible that these seniors currently might have their senior season kind of taken away from them. What kind of advice would you give to those girls as they're going through these uncertain times?
Yeah, this is a tough time. I feel for them big time. I couldn't imagine not playing my senior season. So, I'm sure they're feeling all kinds of different emotions, anger and sadness and, frustration and all kinds of stuff. And they just kind of got to get through this and try to, keep in contact with their teammates. I hope that they're doing that. Just, like talking with people just has been helping so much with, mentally, because you can't get together physically, but mentally, hopefully they can be talking to each other. And then if they're going on to that next level and playing in college, hopefully they're practicing and keeping their skills in check and working toward that next school. So
this interview is happening because the YSN Mania bracket has 2001 Boardman softball in it. They're in the Elite Eight right now. What's it kind of like seeing the community come out and remember your team and vote for your team and get them to this spot?
Oh, it's been awesome. This has been a really fun experience. I'm super competitive, so this has just been really fun because it's been nuts. The last one, it was going crazy. there's a ton of votes, and I feel like I'm so glad that people are remembering our team and going out there and voting for us. Please keep doing it because it's fun and awesome, and I hope we make it to the end and win. So keep voting.
Last week, you guys had more votes than anybody on that YSN Mania bracket round 3, and you needed all of them because you won by about 50 against 2004 Crestview Volleyball. So, what's that say about kind of the support staff that you guys had?
Oh, I mean, it just shows that everybody's still out there supporting and they remember our team, and that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that, we left that kind of, reputation that people can still remember us and vote for us and remember us, and I hope that they still continue to do so because this is starting to get crazy now.
Almost 20 years later, what's Marissa up to now? What do you have going on in your life?
Well, obviously my 3 kids keep me super busy. I'm involved in all their various activities and stuff that they do. And then, I work full time. So I'm a school psychologist in Warren City schools. So that's really fun. I love my job. But yeah, I've been pretty busy, but it's been fun. So.
In this quarantine, it's keeping us all inside. What has been your favorite quarantine kind of activity the last couple of weeks?
Just spending time with my family. I mean, I think that's really all that we can do. I mean, we've been watching a lot of movies and hanging out, and then of course practicing softball. I mean, of course we're doing that, and we're going outside as much as we can and going on nature walks and just doing as much as we can together. So.
Who were some softball players that you look up to when you were going through it as a high schooler and trying to achieve your best?
So number one idol was Lisa Fernandez. Amazing player, amazing pitcher, hitter, everything. I mean, she was my number one idol. Just amazing. And I got to see her pitch in real life. My dad took me to a game at the Akron Racers Stadium when she was on the Olympic team and they were playing the Akron Racers. And that was just amazing. I mean, it was like life-changing, me being able to watch her pitch. I think I probably sat there, my mouth was probably hanging open because I was just amazed, but it was awesome. I love her. She's great.
If maybe a younger player kind of sees this interview and kind of hears kind of things that you did at Boardman and is inspired by that, what kind of impact would that make for you to be a role model?
Oh, huge. I mean, I would love to be somebody's role model, I think that's awesome that somebody would be able to have me to look up to. I mean, I try to instill these values that I've learned from, my parents and coaches and all of my experiences in my children. And so to try to instill those same things in other kids would be amazing.
I'm sure you would be a great one. Marissa, it was great to catch up with you. It was great to kind of hear what you're doing now. Reminding everyone that you can go and vote for your favorite teams of the past, including 2001 Boardman Softball at ysnlive.com/YSN Media. Last words to the people that may be on the fence on voting for 2001 softball.
Oh, you need to vote for us. I mean, we're the best team out there. Come on now. I mean, 18th in the country. Who could beat that? Come on.
I'm looking for next round. If it works out, it'll be you guys against 2011 Poland softball. So that'll be, I mean, it could work out where there are 3 softball teams in the Final Four.
That's amazing.
Gotta love the sport. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great rest of the day and go Boardman softball.
Yeah, thank you. Go Spartans.